Hello everyone, my name is Ariana Mahadzir and today I am going to present on how to diagram a sentence which is the Nursing Now campaign, which will end in 2020, involves a collaborative partnership. So first, I will identify the main clause of a sentence. So the main clause of a sentence is an independent clause, which means it contains a subject and a predicate and can stand alone as a complete sentence. So in this sentence, the Nursing Now campaign involves a collaborative partnership. This clause already expresses a complete idea because it clearly tells us who or what the sentence is about and what action is taking place. So the subject of the main clause is the Nursing Now campaign, which refers to the organization or the initiatives that is being discussed. And then the predicate begins with the verb involves, which shows the action or relationship, and it is followed by the object, a collaborative partnership, which completes the meaning of the verb. So to diagram the sentence, to diagram the main clause is like this. So first put subject and then write main clause, and under the main clause we state the subject first, which is the noun phrase subject, which is the Nursing Now campaign. So first thing first, the Nursing Now is a proper noun. So after write the noun phrase subject, under the noun phrase subject, put proper noun, adjective, and put the sentence the Nursing Now, since it is the proper noun. And then to complete the noun phrase subject, put the noun, since to complete the structure, the Nursing Now campaign. So the other part of the main clause is the verb phrase predicate, which is the verb of the sentence, the main verb of the sentence. So the main verb here is present, and then the type of the, and then state the type of the sentence. So the type of verb of the sentence is the verb transitive. So we put VT under the main verb and write the verb, which is involves. And then under the second branch, for verb phrase predicate, it's gonna be noun phrase direct object, because a collaborative partnership is the direct object of a sentence. So is a determiner, so we put determiner and then a, and then another branch beside determiner, which is noun phrase, and then put adjective, which is collaborative, and then noun for the partnership. So now the main clause, the diagram for the main clause is finished. So let's move on to the NRM. So now I will explain the relative clause in the sentence. The phrase which will end in 2020 functions as a relative clause. So this relative clause, it begins with the relative pronoun which refers back to the Nursing Now campaign. So its function is to provide additional non-essential information about the noun campaign. So in this case, the clause tells us when the Nursing Now campaign is expected to end, but this information is not necessary for the sentence to remain complete or grammatical. So if the relative clause is removed, the main meaning of the sentence is still clear. So therefore, which will end in 2020 is classified as a non-restrictive relative clause, which is NRM in short. And in sentence diagramming, it is usually attached to the noun campaign to show that it modifies that noun by adding extra information. So to diagram the relative clause, make another branch under the subject, and then put an RM, and then under an RM put relative clause, and under relative clause make a branch for the noun phrase subject, which is relative pronouns which, and then another branch under relative clause, which is the verb phrase predicate, and then other verb under the verb phrase predicate write the main verb, which is present conditional, and then under the main verb write the auxiliary, because the next phrase is will and, so will is auxiliary model, and then the type of verb is verb phrase predicate is VI. So that's it for the first branch under the verb phrase predicate. So the next branch for verb phrase predicate is prepositional phrase, which is since the phrase is in 2020, so the prepositional phrase is going to be adverb of time. And then under the prepositional phrase adverb of time, do one branch for prepositional, which is in, and then noun phrase object / prepositional, noun, and 2020. So that is how to diagram the sentence "The Nursing Now" campaign, which will end in 2020, involves a collaborative partnership. To make it more clear, under the campaign, take the arrow from which to 2020 to identify that point out that the campaign which will end in 2020. So that's all from me. Thank you.